Okay, thanks a lot for those ideas and have a great day, Ashish. Well, the pre-opening rates are settling. The Nifty is down about 300 points as we discussed earlier. Couple of stocks, Z Entertainment is down 10%. We'll wait by for these rates to settle. The ones that are perhaps from the frontliners that are indicating some weakness is Axis Bank, Asian Paints, Infosys, Hindalco, TCS. And on the upsides, you have Hero MotoCorp ahead of the numbers in August. Hero MotoCorp is trading a tad bit in the green. But let's find out what's happening in the world of crude as these rates settle down. Crude prices dip further to around $95 a barrel as recession and rate hike fears along with increased COVID restrictions in China weigh on demand expectations. Vandana Hari of Vanda Insights joins us now to give us a quick update on that. Vandana, thanks a lot for joining us. So this seems to be the big fear, right, that the US heads into recession towards the end of the year and demand will get hit. What is your own prognosis?
Good morning, Sonia. So, indeed, that is the backdrop of the volatility that we are seeing in the oil markets, which is evolving expectations of the economic health globally. If there is a recession, how long, what is the timing, when will it hit, how widespread will it be, and how deep it will be. And then from then on, of course, the oil market participants need to derive their expectations as a result of global oil demand trajectory. So there's quite a few dots that need to be connected and quite a bit of unpredictability that still needs to be sorted out. And the market will work its way through it, and we'll probably see continued volatility as a result of that. The U.S. Economic picture in terms of macroeconomic data as well as oil demand data has been quite different from the rest of the world in terms of market sentiment, and also divergent in itself. So somewhat surprisingly, US macroeconomic data continues to be quite strong. The jobs market there is holding very, very firm. And consumer sentiment, retail spending is also still holding. But when you look at the oil demand data from the US, overnight we had figures, the weekly data from the Energy Information Administration. And if you look at a 4-week average to smooth out the wrinkles of the weekly data, US oil demand is 6% down year on year. Now, again, there is quite a bit of skepticism in the EIA demand figures. Overall, the market thinks that the EIA might be understating oil demand. And that oil demand in the US is still holding up. The big question, however, is how long will that continue to be, especially if the country enters a deep and long-term recession for a few months at least, if not longer.
Vandana, hi, good morning. So much back and forth, right, on OPEC Plus and what they will do. Will they cut output? That was the indication we got from Saudi Arabia earlier. Prices went up $10. Now indication that maybe not so. And prices are back down $10. What is your best guess in terms of what happens in the next couple of days?
Yeah, I do not expect them to cut output at this stage. I think what we saw from the Saudi energy minister was a bit of saber rattling, an effort to put a floor under prices. If you recall the day the statement came out in Bloomberg, which was August 22nd, last Monday, there was at one point Brent was threatening to fall below $90 a barrel. There was a great deal of volatility and a great deal of downward pressure. And of course, his comments had the magic on the market, at least the magic that they would have wanted to see, and pushed prices up. Look, I think OPEC Plus will probably want to keep that option open, especially if Iranian oil comes back into the market. As of now, there are no signs. I don't think we are going to get a firm indication on that when the ministers meet on Monday as to whether we will get the Iranian oil back in the market. So I think they will keep this option in reserve. Also, they would want to avoid being uber hawkish at this point. There's been a lot of pressure on OPEC Plus from consuming countries and, not in the least US, to try and keep prices down. So not a reduction at this moment. Even a reduction, the question of reduction is also going to be quite complicated for OPEC Plus. As we know, they've been pumping almost 2.9 million barrels per day below their combined target. So, how do you actually reduce? So the reduction figure will have to be more than 2.9 million barrels per day. So the optics of it and the practicality of it it's a bit complicated as well.
Okay, Vandana, we leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in.